Good morning, Miss Burton's first period class. Today we're going to learn about the lysosome. My lovely assistant Mariah is going to bring the lysosome diagram into the screen. Now, the lysosome is a sac-like structure that is surrounded by one single membrane. The lysosome contains digestive enzymes called hydraulic enzymes. It breaks down and digests food particles, dying cells, non-functioning organelles, and even some toxins. The lysosome works specifically exclusively with the vacuole. The digestive enzymes are released into the vacuole, and they go and digest/destroy anything inside of it. Then the vacuole is able to store more things that the cell needs. Now, class, we're going to learn about the nucleus of the cell. Mariah is now going to bring the nucleus diagram. Okay. Now, the nucleus is surrounded by a nuclear envelope. Which also acts as a double membrane. This protects the nucleus by filtering what can leave and enter, just like the plasma membrane does that for the actual cell itself. And it also separates the nucleus from the rest of the cell. And also you can see right here that it contains a nucleolus, which produces ribosomes. The function of the nucleus is to store all the DNA and RNA information. And it also controls the cell. Just remember. Okay. The nucleus is the cell's control center. That is, it contains the genetic information to do and make everything that goes on within a cell. The nucleus works with everything in the cell, so its relation is with everything. Since it has all the DNA needed to make everything, every single protein in any cell was created because of the nucleus.
Ribosomes. Ribosome structure contains two subunits, small and large. Both subunits are made of one or more ribosomal RNA molecules and a variety of ribosomal proteins. Ribosomes are a cell structure that make protein. Ribosomes make some protein for use within the cell, while others are sent out to other areas. Most ribosomes are connected to the endoplasmic reticulum, as well as the other nuclear envelope that surround the nucleus, but some ribosomes float freely in the cell's cytoplasm. Mitochondria. The outer membrane covers the organelle and contains it like a skin. The inner membrane folds over many times and creates layered structures called cristae. Mitochondria perform cellular respiration. It takes nutrients from the cells, breaks them down, and then turns them into energy.
The first organelle I did was a cell wall. Just kidding. A cell wall. It's on the inside of a cell.
Outside of a cell.
Its structure is made of cellulose. Cellulose is a polysaccharide that is used in structure and protection. The function of the cell wall is to act as a gatekeeper. It decides what comes in and out of the cell in order to keep it protected. The relationship between the two is cellulose is a carbohydrate that creates structure and protection, and that is pretty much the function of the cell wall. The second organelle I did is the vacuole. The vacuole looks like a water balloon. Its structure is a membrane-bound sac full of fluid, a water balloon. Its function is to provide structural support and storage, waste disposal, and growth. The relationship between the two is the vacuole is just a big membrane. It works just the way it looks, like a big storage bin inside the cell. The third organelle I did was the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Its function is to make hormones and lipids and ship them around the cell. Its structure is a long network of folded tube-like structures. The relationship between the two is the smooth ER works as a producer and a transporter, and its structure of folded tube-like systems helps with the transportation.
Hello, I'm Caleb. I'm bringing you my 3 organelles for today. First, we have the Golgi apparatus. The structure, made of cisterna, which helps proteins travel to different parts of the cell using enzymes. Function, handling macromolecules required for correct cell function. Relation, the cisterna helps the macromolecules move in the cell to carry out objectives to make the cell function properly. Second, we have the cell membrane. Structure, it's a semi-permeable membrane that surrounds the cell made of phospholipids, proteins, and carbohydrates. Function, controls the movement of substances in and out of the cell. Relation, phospholipids, proteins, and carbohydrates support the movement of material in and out, allowing it to let material to go as it pleases. Lastly, we have the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Structure. The material is stubbed with ribosomes that produce and transport proteins. Function. Responsible for protein production and transport of proteins throughout the cell. Relation. The rough or endoplasmic reticulum produces proteins from the ribosomes, and then proteins are transported around the cell for use.